Aston Villa fans, and welcome to the Villa Forever podcast. This is the AVFC weekly recap. Before we get started, if you are new, please subscribe to my channel. Also, give this video a like and share this video as well. Do what you can to help keep growing the channel. And as you know, it really helped me out massively. So hit that subscribe button. Before I get into the show, I'd like to mention something first on this podcast. Thank you so much to Matt Kendrick from Birmingham Live, and as you know, he's from the Claret and Blue podcast. He did a great job creating and publishing my article about spreading awareness about Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which, as you know me really well, is something that's really close to my heart, and also I live with the condition as well. So, and he did a great job with my story and the podcast. I really appreciate what you've done, Matt. It was a very heartfelt article. After reading Matt Kendrick's article from Birmingham Live, it made me feel very emotional. And looking back at it, I'm really proud of it. So if you haven't seen it, guys, this is an absolute must-read. So go and check it out. So it'll be online on the Birmingham Live website, and I'll share it all over social media as well. And it was published on Saturday evening. Fantastic job, Matt. And in the end, it was definitely worth the wait. And also, thank you for everyone for your nice comments about this article. I had some real nice feedback and real kind words. So it really means a lot. Okay then, let's get into the football. And let's talk about Aston Villa's week on my weekly recap. Let's start off with Thursday then. On Thursday night. Thursday evening, it finished 0-0, all square, sharing the spoils in Amsterdam with Ajax. And Ajax are a massive club up against the European giants who have won the European Cup 3 times, and a lot of great players over the years, including Johan Cruyff. And Villa come up against them to have won the European Cup once as well. So this was a very special occasion. But it's all to play for in the second leg at Villa Park, in the round of 16 Conference League. All the supporters who travel to Amsterdam, I hope all of them themselves enjoy being there. It must have been amazing atmosphere to even be there and to witness it. The lucky ones that did travel there. But in Europe, playing in Europe is such a great thing for the fans, especially experiencing different cultures, visiting new places, going to different stadiums. Because all around Europe, there are so many different stadiums. which bring all different atmospheres and different capacities as well. And it's all about creating memories as a football fan, which you will never forget. You've got Matt Stokes and Simon from Villa on Tour. I always enjoy their videos. And they've been to some amazing places. And they travel home and away. It's amazing, some fans really show their dedication, which is incredible. Well, let's summarise the game then. I'm going to quickly summarise the Ajax game before going into detail about yesterday against Tottenham, which was a terrible performance. Well, the game against Ajax was all about making sure we didn't lose this game and we didn't give the other team advantages to take into the second leg. So I'm sure Unai Emery was and the team, but as a fan, I was reasonably happy with drawing this game. I mean, at the Johan Cruyff Arena, it's a real hostile crowd. So in that hostile crowd, we managed really well. I think in this game, I don't think we created enough chances to win the game. And in the game, the one thing that did worry me is Ajax had a lot of possession. I did have some good chances. And our defence did get away with it a couple of times. But thanks to Martinez, the best goalkeeper in the world, kept it at 0-0. And the Ajax striker, Robbie, he's a dangerous player. And no wonder with Robbie, a lot of big teams are linked with him. He's an absolute beast. I think he's 22. But he's a physical machine. And he definitely causes problems. He's making dangerous runs between our centre-backs. And he gave us something to worry about. The Ezri Konsa struggled against Robbie. I think Longeley couldn't get to grips how to deal with him. With Robbie, he's got a huge physical presence. It's so important that we need to be careful on Thursday. But in this Conference League game, it was great to see Morgan Rogers to have a good run in the team, which was good to see. And he played really well, Morgan Rogers. I was impressed with him. And it was difficult, this game, as expected, because as we know with Ajax, they're underperforming in the Eredivisie, so they had a point to prove. And the Ajax manager has only started to turn it round, but Ajax have been struggling, which is a shame, because they're a big club. But with Ajax, there's a lot of things that have been changed behind the scenes as well. So that's how Ajax get back to the team that they used to be. But with the game, it was a good draw in the end. Well, let's talk about on Sunday then. Apart from Mother's Day, it was a miserable afternoon on Sunday. The weather was awful. And Aston Villa's afternoon went bad to worse. I went to the game with my dad. And before kick-off, there was a lot of expectation before this game, and the atmosphere was great. So none of it, I didn't really expect that thrashing that was going to happen against Spurs. But the own good side, and Ange Costa-Pogba got the tactics spot on against Aston Villa. I think one of those days when everything went wrong. After coming out the stadium from the Tottenham game, I was bitterly disappointed. I expected a lot better. I actually thought at least a lot of fans were expecting at least a draw from this game. I thought it was going to be close, but a lot of fans, and I was definitely wrong. It was just horrendous, but absolute no complaints. The better team won. Simple as that. And this defeat was very hard to take. And Spurs are now 2 points behind us. And Spurs now are piling on the pressure. And they're right behind us now. So it's going to make it difficult in the Champions League race. But we need to move on quickly. Let's regroup. This is a big reality check this season. And it was the biggest game of the season, this was. It was a huge opportunity. But it turned into one of the most disappointing performances of the season. I mean, Unai Emery, we're not used to that. It was just a bad day at the office. But that's why Unai Emery and the team work on the training pitch the next game. We've got a huge game coming up against Ajax on Thursday to the knockout stages. Then we've got West Ham on Sunday. So we've got some big games coming up. But there is still time to turn it around. But I think this performance against Spurs was very similar to Newcastle. You look at the other guys who played, it was very out of character. I'm not used to losing at home like that. And there's not many times under Emery we let in that many goals. But if you look at our last record, we have been conceding goals, which is a slight concern. We need to be a lot tighter at the back. But this performance was very out of character, especially at home. We want Villa Park to be a fortress again. That's what we want. And it was definitely a bad day at the office. It was a day to forget. But I think moving forward, this result is a reality check. We need to move on from this game and regroup quickly. But in the first half, we created some decent chances. We couldn't put them away. We had some good chances for Ollie Watkins and Luka Dean. In the first half, I thought both teams looked even. But in the first half, it was very scrappy and it was sloppy from both teams. But in the second half, going into it at 0-0, I was quite happy. So I actually thought we might have upped it in the second half, but we didn't. And it was completely different. In the second half, defending was absolutely shocking. The passing was really sloppy. And in this game against Spurs, we didn't control it at all. In possession, we were awful. We completely lost control of the game, which was disappointing. And also, Spurs causes problems with the counter-attack. And their pressing was excellent. We couldn't deal with it. Very good pressing from Tottenham. Maddison was excellent. He makes a difference to Tottenham. He completely has improved them. James Maddison. Maddison's a playmaker. His excellent creativity, which is a very good attribute of his. And he has very good vision as well. Also, Kuleski, Johnson and Son were so dangerous. With explosive pace behind stretching us all afternoon. We just didn't deal with it. But with John McGinn, it's a massive blow. Getting sent off. We really miss him. We're going to miss him now. And he's going to be suspended for 3 games, which is a real massive blow. I mean, John McGinn for us, he's such a massive leader in the dressing room. We're going to miss his tenacity as well. It's a big, big loss. I don't think the John McGinn foul, I don't think it was awful. He did deserve a red card. It should have been a yellow. No way that was a red card. But John McGinn, I just think in that situation, he needed to calm down. He lost control of himself. But fair play to the Aston Villa fans. They really got behind him, chanting his name, which was good to see. So the fans were really showing their support, which is a real shame. You can really see though, with the squad, look really tired, especially after midweek. I'm not sure what you think, Aston Villa fans. I think after midweek, we look like we're starting to run out of steam, which is a slight worry. But we have got options in the squad which might need to be used. I mean, I do believe, but I really hope that it's not going to be a Martin O'Neill situation. With Martin O'Neill, we come so close getting Champions League. We don't want to throw away getting there. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we get Champions League. I'll be absolutely gutted if we don't make Champions League. I mean, that's what all fans want. I mean, the Europa League is good, but we want better than that. We want Champions League. So it is a slight worry with the team running out of steam. And I thought as well, the referee was terrible. And what I don't like about this referee, he didn't let the game go. One of these referees giving needless free kicks after fouls. I like to see referees play on, and he didn't do that. He didn't control the game at all. The referee, he was shocking. Another thing I want to mention, we really struggled against Tottenham. It's both the Tottenham's full-backs, Pedro Porro and Ordogi, were constantly pushing high up the pitch, and Spurs' fullbacks kept bombing forward and getting the no crosses into the box as well. Matty Cash and Luca Digne couldn't cope with the fullbacks at all, and the team as well. Couldn't get to grips with it. And they are good fullbacks. Leon Bailey, I thought he was not at his best. And Leon Bailey, in this game, struggled to track back. I think Leon Bailey just had an off day. Couldn't get to grips with the game. Watkins was quiet. He couldn't really take his chances. It wasn't only Watkins' fault. You could see he was trying really hard. He just didn't get good service, which was a shame. And the team didn't make the right decisions. And Leon Bailey struggled to track back, I thought. And it was just decision making. We're getting poor decisions. The team were making some wrong choices. So we made a few mistakes that let us down in this game, which you can't make mistakes against teams like that. Tottenham are a good side, playing with confidence, and we had some frustrating performances against these teams, such as Newcastle. We lost against Newcastle at Villa Park. Man United. We got Chelsea in the FA Cup, which is frustrating. Then you got Spurs. I think Spurs, fair play to Costa Pogba. He did very good homework against us. And we got found out. We got exploited. Also, I know what you think, Aston Villa fans, but maybe Unai should have started, because in the game he started 5 at the back. I don't think he should have done that. We seem to play better with 4 defenders. 5 at the back was probably a bit too defensive. So I know what you think, Villa fans. Let me know what you think. But Emery shouldn't have done that, I don't think. I don't want to criticise Emery, but maybe he was trying to try something different. Well, let's not give up yet. Like I said, there's a lot of matches. We will put this right. I think it's our 4th place to lose. let's not throw this away. And it's a great opportunity. And it's going to be hard without Super John McGinn. Massively difficult. So maybe we will see Tim O'Rourke in the next few games. With John McGinn out, it gives other players opportunities. The only positive for that game was Tim O'Rourke was very good. He was very direct. Looks very good going forward. And he reminded me of what Jacob Ramsey does. I think it's very similar to Jacob Ramsey. Especially when Tim O'Rourke accelerates forward with his speed. I was very impressed with him. He's a good young player. In the next few games, I think Tim has an important part to definitely play. Well, that is all that is left for this week's weekly recap. Please subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section. Thank you everyone for watching. And up the Villa.